Hi YouTuber, Shadow Scout Swede here, and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to show you my favorite knife. Excuse me, I was just a little bit thirsty. Cup of tea, just doing fine. Um, and my favorite knife is um, Fallkniven Model A1, and it looks like this. Okay, and this is a Cytal sheath, and it has it's a little bit raised high up here on the sheet, and that is because when you pull this knife out, you put your thumb against here, this stopper here, and you pull it out. Uh, and it has a great belt loop, heavy duty. This doesn't come off that easy, and this one is heavy duty too, and it doesn't come off that easy either. The knife itself looks like this. 15.5, 15.6 centimeter long blade, uh, 0.5, 0.6 millimeter thick blade, and Kraton handle, I believe it is, full tang, stainless steel. If you can see that, says um, A1 Fallkniven. On this one is really sharp, and as you see, I have used it a couple of times, and I have baton with it, uh, and this split woods easily, easy, very easy, no problem there. Uh, and this is a pretty large knife, but not the largest, but it's I mean somewhere in the middle. Uh, and the handle is pretty wide, a little long, so that feels very good in my hands. But and it doesn't feel that heavy either. Uh, and that is, it doesn't feel that heavy in my hands, and I like this. I want some to feel some weight in my hands, but I feel some weight in it, but not that bad actually. Um, you can do a lot of things with this knife. Uh, I have used this when I'm fishing, and it works great there too. Um, as I said, this is stainless steel. Uh, you can have this coated. You can have this with a coated blade, uh, but I prefer when it is shiny like this. This is a Swedish army, Swedish uh, armed forces survival knife. They use it, and you can use this when you're wet on your hand. Or your hands are wet. Even if your hands are cold or freezing, feel like ice cubes or whatever, you can use this knife even with gloves on, and that is great. And you even have a good grip, good firm grip with gloves, and that is wonderful because you don't want to slip. Because if you do, you cut your fingers off, and you don't want that. And the finger guard is doesn't look that much, but I can feel this. This is good enough. Uh, I don't slip with this. I think this feels comfortable for me, but for maybe for some other people, maybe it doesn't feel that good as it do for me. Uh, I can tell you this: this is not an cheap knife. Um, this is an expensive knife. I paid 1,990 kroner for this. Um, and that would be around maybe a little bit over $200 uh, when I saw it last. Last price in dollars on this on $235. So this is pretty expensive. Uh, and I like stainless steel, uh, and some say carbon steel are better. And sure, carbon steel are better. Uh, uh, but stainless steel works just fine for my purposes. Um, because I live near the coast, we have so some well, and this is a really sharp knife, and I'm happy with this. I never regret I bought this one. The best knife I have ever had in my life. Um, uh, I say I can recommend this. If you afford to buy a knife like this, buy one. Uh, there are another model of this. They call it F Fallkniven F model F1. That is the smaller brother to this. Uh, well, a shorter blade, um, and there are S1, 2, there are Fallkniven S1, and they call it force knife. I don't know why, but they do it. They call it that. But I'm happy with this. Uh, and the F1 has the same blade as this one, same thickness, everything. So I highly recommend to buy this one of these if you can afford it. Okay. Uh, and try it out. Give it a chance. You have to give it a chance. Uh, and when it comes to the sheath, I prefer cycle before leather. Um, if you fall in, if your canoe turns around, so you get in the water, you don't want to have a leather sheath. I would rather prefer cycle sheath because it's more durable for because you don't have to dry the sheath. This one dries quickly, and it has a. I don't know if you can see it, but this one here, I think that it's lock. That thing here locks the knife, um, so it doesn't can come out of the sheath or fall out of the sheath or whatever. But I think this sheath is really good. It's heavy duty. And I had this for a while, year and a half, two almost, and I have never had any problems with this knife or the sheath either. This sheath can I'm a left-handed, so this sheath you can have for left-handed. There are right-handed sheath too, but I have left-handed because I'm left-handed. Because some other people are right-handed, but I'm well. If I should have bought a leather sheath or choose it, that would probably not be for left-handed, more likely for right-handed people. Uh, and I have problem with that when I choose looking for knives. Most sheath knives sheath are for right-handed people, not left-handed. And and a lot of people today are right-handed, or left-handed. I mean, and they're more right-handed than left-handed, but it's more common with left-handed people now. Uh, and if you want to buy a leather sheath for your A1, just fine. If you like leather better, fine, buy it. If you want to have a cycle sheath, fine, buy one. Uh, a sheath cycle costs about 175 krona, I think it was, for this sheath. You can, if you buy this knife with leather sheath, well, you can buy a cycle sheath and change. It depends on what you wanna do or go. Uh, if you are near the coast, you probably don't want to have a leather sheath. You probably want a cycle sheath. And thanks again for watching. Uh, Shadow Scouts with uh, are turning my way out for this time, and I'll see you later. And Long live the king and survive.